Iran has acted after warning of retaliation. They've played the card of potentially blocking the Strait of Hormuz, a passage for a quarter of the world's crude oil. The US has strongly criticized this move, calling it a self-destructive act by Iran. This is Kim Moon-young reporting.
After the US strike on Iranian nuclear sites, Iran warns of blocking the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's parliament has approved the blockade, but it still requires a decision from the Supreme National Security Council and the ratification of Supreme Leader Khamenei. This strait is a key maritime route through which 20% of the world's oil supply passes, and Iran effectively controls it. If the strait were to be blocked, oil transport would be paralyzed, causing prices to surge and potentially sending shockwaves through the global economy. US Vice President Vance strongly criticized Iran's threat to fully blockade the strait, calling it an act of self-destruction.
If they want to destroy their own economy and cause disruptions in the world, I think that would be their decision. But why would they do that? I don't think it makes any sense.
Since around 90% of Iran's oil exports, which make up the majority of the government's revenue, pass through this strait, a full blockade has never been carried out to date. While a final decision remains pending, escalating tensions in the strait have already had effects, like 2 US oil tankers rerouting, suggesting oil transport disruptions might be imminent.
The fact that the Great Satan, as the U.S. is often called, has attacked Iranian territory and that Iran would let it pass without a response would seriously undermine the legitimacy of the revolutionary regime.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has urged China, a major ally of Iran and importer of 90% of its oil, to intervene to prevent the blockade. This is Kim Moon-young, MBN News.